All right, example 4 and 5, we have some word problems here. Just go ahead and read them to yourself and highlight the important part, and I will do the same. Pause and do that now. So I have the important stuff highlighted. The thing that people sometimes struggle with is trying to figure out how to set up your variables. We're looking for price per pound, so that informs our let statement. So I'm going to go ahead and write those out. You do the same and check to see if you got the same thing as me. So our let statements are apple price per pound, berry price per pound, and peach price per pound. And I'm going to go ahead and write the Maya equation, and then you should pause it and you try to write the Dom and Lee equations. We have Maya paid $34 for 2 pounds of apples and 1 pound of berries and 4 pounds of peaches, and that costs $34. Okay, so just like what I did, do the same thing for Dom and Lee. So now we have to decide which variable to get rid of, and I think I'm going to go with the P because we have coefficients of 4, 2, and 2. So I'm going to start off with the red equation. So we'll go 2A plus 1B plus 4P is 34. And we're going to take the blue equation and multiply it by 2. So let's see, we have 6A plus 4B plus 4P is equal to 70. All right, now if we subtract, I'm going to end up with a bunch of negatives, and you don't have to do that. So subtract black. So we're going to go black minus red, right? Black minus red. So 6A minus 2A is 4A. 4B minus 1B is 3B, and these will cancel. And 70 minus 34 is 36. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing with red and purple. So I need to multiply purple by 2. So you go ahead and do that, and so will I. All right, we're going to go ahead and again subtract, and we're going to go this way. So I have 4A plus 2B is equal to 28. And we're going to solve this system for A and B. So we've got, oh, this is nice. It already matches. 4A plus 3B is 36. 4A plus 2B is 28. And if we subtract those, I get 1 pound of berries is going to be $8. Berry price, $8. So that's good. Okay, we got that. So now we can solve for A, right? Well, let's go ahead and use this equation. We'll plug 8 in for berries. 4A plus 3 times 8 is equal to 36. So if we solve that, we get 4A is equal to 12. So A is going to be 3. So apple price is $3 per pound. And now we're going to plug those two values into one of the original equations. So let's go ahead up here. So we've got 2 times the apple price plus 1 times the berry price plus 4P is equal to 34. Go ahead and solve that, and so will I. And pause it. When I go through and solve that, I end up with P is equal to 5. So the peach price is $5 per pound. Okay, so I'm going to help you set up example number 5 because it's slightly different than anything we've done. And then I'm going to go ahead and let you guys solve it. So you found $6.60 on the ground at school. Okay, go ahead and highlight the important information and come back. Hopefully you highlighted something similar to what I did. The key here is, what are we looking for? How many of each type of coin do you have? So we're going to have number of nickels, number of dimes, and number of quarters. So my equations, this is tricky. We found $6.60 on the ground. So I'm going to do this whole thing in cents. So it's 5 cents per nickel, 10 cents per dime, and 25 cents per quarter. I don't make that equal 6.60 because I'm doing the 5, the 10, and 25 in cents. So this is 660 cents. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. You have twice as many quarters as dimes. Do you have more quarters or dimes? You have more quarters. So to make the equation equal, we have to multiply D by 2 because there's more quarters. That's a Q. Sorry about that. And then we have 42 coins in all. So we have the number of nickels plus the number of dimes plus the number of quarters. Well, that equals 42. All right. Right here, this is actually kind of interesting. We haven't done this before. This is already solved for substitution. So Q is equal to 2D. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this equation and this equation, and I'm going to replace Q. I'll highlight that. I'm going to replace the Q with 2D. And when I do that, I end up with 5n plus 10d plus 25 times 2d is equal to 660. And this one down here, I have nickels plus dimes plus 2d. I'm replacing the Q with 2d is equal to 42. I've gotten rid of the Q. So we'll call this equation A and this equation B. So I'm going to put those over here. So I have 5n plus 10d plus 50d. So I'm going to go ahead and combine that to 60d is equal to 660. And I have n plus 3d is equal to 42. Now here's a little trick. I don't want to work with big numbers. So I am going to actually take this equation and instead of multiplying, I'm going to divide everything by 5. Why would I do that? Well, 5n divided by 5 is n. 60 divided by 5 is 12d. 660 divided by 5 is 132. And now, if I copy the red equation, now these are much smaller than what they would have been if I had multiplied the bottom by 5. So if I subtract, I get 9d is equal to 90. Oh, look how easy this is now. So d is 10. So the number of dimes is 10. Well, we know from up here, I can solve for Q right away. So 2 times the number of dimes is equal to the quarters. So the number of quarters is 20 dimes and quarters. And if I want the number of nickels, let's go ahead and use this equation in purple that I just highlighted in purple. The number of nickels plus dimes plus quarters is equal to 42. So n is going to be 12, and I have my answer. 12 nickels, 10 dimes, and 20 quarters.